There's different reasons why people carry, but the outcome is always the same. Shotguns are easy to shoot. Why? Because this is all you gotta look at right there. That little bead, not bead, but the target right there, as opposed to this shit. But depends on how you train. What's going on, guys? Gun Trails. This video is gonna be a little different, and I kind of want to plant some seeds in your minds for those of you who carry, concealed, or those of you who think about carrying, think about getting your LTC. There's a couple things to think about, and a couple things I want to, plant some things in your mind. For me, growing up in the Bronx, and guys, before I get into this, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe in the video. Leave a comment. I want to know your your opinions and your thoughts. And also, in the midst of all this, let me know in the comment section what type of gun content do you want to see. Okay, let me know in the comment section, and I will do my best to deliver. Anyways, okay, so growing up in Bronx, obviously the environment there is a violent place. To be raw, it's a violent place. It's not easy. It's not easy to grow up there. Like every other hood in America, right? There's a lot of bad things more than good. But because of, like I said before, there's different reasons why we carry. Your reason could be, where you come from. Another reason could be what you see on TV. Maybe you're getting a little nervous because there's a lot of mass shootings, a lot of crazy people. Or it could just be, you're preparing to go into some type of law enforcement or the military. In my case, before, when I got my LTC, it was because I was pursuing on going into the military, and to kind of get some target practice, to kind of get better at my shooting, along with the first reason why, growing up in the not the suburbs, far from the suburbs, actually, growing up in Bronx. This is a couple of reasons why. But like I said, the outcome is always going to be the same. The outcome is, you get into a sticky situation, right? You're forced to draw your pistol, your gun, your firearm, and then you handle business, in most cases. And the outcome is always going to be the same, because the outcome is, when things follow through, as far as a firearm situation, the courts get involved. So the outcome is always going to be the same, no matter what the reason is you're carrying it for. And that's why I always say, when you have a firearm, make sure you grab the best you can get, right? Because grab one like your life depends on it, because it does. Even if it is a self-defense situation, or even if it is mainly it's really for self-defense. So here I have the Taurus G3C. This is my everyday carry. This is what I carry on a daily basis. Nothing in it. Magazines are here. Okay, nothing in it. So when I first got my gun, and my thought was, my reason is because I want to go ahead and protect myself from all these crazy things, right? And growing up in a rough place, you have that mentality, like, okay, if I had a gun, this would have happened, or this wouldn't have happened, right? So I waited to get my license to carry, and now that I got it, it's kind of like, okay, well, I got it. Now I have to deal with the consequences of the repercussions of using it, right? And it doesn't, don't freak yourself out and say, oh, well, I have to deal with the courts. Well, the courts look at you as somebody, that's responsible, somebody that's, liable for their actions, as opposed to somebody who doesn't really fit the whole fit the whole description of a person who's responsible. Okay, so we're looked at as almost the same lines as law enforcement, but of course we don't have a badge, we don't have authority, but we do have a right to carry, right? So in the court system, in a court case, luckily I've never been in one, but seeing, hearing stories and seeing, videos online and reading all these cases, one thing is always for certain, right? Again, courts are going to get involved, and the question is going to become, because you are the responsible one, the spotlight is going to be on you, and you got to pretty much tell how it happened, right? Tell us the situation, but of course have attorney at hand, have your present, your lawyer present, and kind of just watch what you say, but also tell the truth in this sense, if that makes sense. And yes, guns are fun, but what you see on YouTube and on TV isn't always what you get, because nobody sees what happens in behind the camera. Nobody sees everything that goes on. Nobody sees the responsibility that we have as we travel out of state, or as we travel into stores, or anything like that. Our mentality first is obviously to protect those around us, right, and ourselves. So yeah, it is little. There is little. A couple things to think about. We're not just normal civilians now, right? Now we're just, in my opinion, we're more protectors, right? So, again, if anything happened or was to happen, you have this in hand. You have this ready, because it does, it is an advantage, and we always want the upper hand. And I've always had the upper hand in some way or somehow. Okay, I'll let your mind wander. But I just, I just came home. And I want to make this video because I was thinking in the restaurant, when we went out to dinner, I was thinking, okay, well, somebody could just went ape shit. Somebody could just went off the walls and started breaking stuff, right? And maybe attacking people. In that case, what do I do, right? With the people that I was with, what do I do? My thing would be, first, try to get the hell out of there. If not, find some type of exit, right? And if that person was to pull out a gun and start shooting, that's when, this would come in handy. Again, knowing what to do with this is probably, is probably 50%. Knowing how to use this is the other half. That's why I always recommend knowing your firearms, training with them as if something was to happen. Go to the range, set up some drills, put some barrels in front of you, put some type of objects in front of you, learn how to maneuver, all that stuff. Because again, you never know. This is not like Call of Duty. This isn't like the games where, you move quickly and there's something. It's different than that, right? This comes in first, right? This is pretty much the bullets to the gun, right? Your mind. And this follows through, right? This is reliable. I don't have to worry about anything. It's a brand new gun, by the way. Make sure you go ahead and look at the video I did on the Taurus G3C. Perfect gun, by the way. Very perfect. And best of all, knowing how to conceal this thing, because it is a compact pistol. 10 rounds has what I need, and again, if that situation was to happen, I would know how to draw it. I would know how to, point it, and I would know how to shoot it. But of course, they when I say they, I mean the law, really. They always try to encourage us to use verbal judo, aka, using a de-escalating language, which is, hey, try to calm them down, try to, get rid of the situation in a verbal way. To me, I think that's just bullshit, because a lot of times telling somebody to calm down probably isn't the best thing to do when they're pissed off. If you don't believe me, tell your girlfriend that. But it's for me. I know that it will never work. If a person is pissed off, or a person is just on 10 and they're just shooting up the place, right? They're shooting walls and windows and aiming at people and shooting tables, and you never know, right? So obviously a firearm has to come in handy, because they're not going to know that somebody there is probably going to carry something. They don't know that. In their minds, they're thinking, well, I'm really pissed off. There's no police here, so it's go time, right? Yeah, that's probably what they're thinking. And also having the right bullets to stop people, right? This is how hollow points. This is 115 grain Hornady critical defense, self-defense ammo. Always recommend getting self-defense ammo. In particular, Hornadys are pretty good, but any hollow points are pretty good anyways. They're usually the best for stopping power. And again, guys, I gotta remind you guys, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers, okay? Make sure you go ahead and like the video, okay? Again, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys' thoughts on this video is. Let me know what you guys' thoughts on gun laws. I kind of want to get into the conversation. I kind of want to open the doors for you guys and have that conversation more. And also, let me know what type of gun content do you guys want to see, because I will try to do my best to deliver. Anyways, like I said, you know, the plan that I want to put in your mind is basically, when you have, and if you have, or if you ever have had to conceal a gun or pistol, what's the main reason why? What's the root of that, right? What's the cause of that? I want to know in the comments, and I want to know in the comments down below. That's number one. Number two is, if you do carry it, and do you think about, often when you're out, do you think about if something was to happen, do you find yourself thinking more on a situation when you have it, meaning the gun, as opposed to not having it? You know, when you're out, do you think, oh shit, you know, I should have brung it in case this happens? Or when you have it, you're thinking, okay, well, you know, if anything wants to happen, I'm gonna try to do this. If not, this is gonna happen. Because thinking that way, you're gonna train your mind to train your muscles to do what it tells it to do, right? Because a lot of people, you know, they just think, oh, I have a firearm and I'm good to go. They're not thinking about, if a situation was to happen, right? They have a mission in your mind, right? Mission A, mission B, mission C, and those missions are, again, knowing how to use your firearm, knowing what to do, and knowing how to handle the situation afterwards, right? So there it is, guys. More trainings on this is applied in the USCCA. I did a video on that. Make sure you check the video down below. They have tons of trainings like this, and this is kind of what sparked me to do this video and to give you guys these ideas and plant this seed in your minds. Great trainings. Make sure you go ahead, join them if you haven't. If you want to know what the USCCA is, again, the information will be down below in the video. And as always, guys, this is Gun the Trails. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe on the video. This is Jeremy. I'm signing out. Peace.